It might be that people are able to perform Hajj at this time, but next year, either this person's situation would change, or the situation of the world will change. Politically, something will change in the world, and we won't be able to get over there. Hajj became fard on that person this year. He neglected to perform that fard. If that person now, he would die without performing this Hajj, that person is responsible before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because it became fard, was able to perform it, delayed it for his own or her own reasons. According to the deen of Allah, it was fard. Just like Salah became fard. And we do not perform the Salah on time. If the person would die before making up for the Salah, he is responsible before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's going to be questionable about that. Same thing with the Hajj. For many people, Hajj is fard. We know it. If we have to buy a car, we'll just spend $4,000 or $5,000 just like that to buy another car. And that is if we would like to buy cheap car. Otherwise, we would spend much more than that. How much does the Hajj cost? You look at the flyers, about $2,000 to $3,000 at this time. If you spend $3,000, you are performing Hajj in a very comfortable way. And of course, it's less than that. Even if it is $3,000, how many people in the community that cannot afford $3,000 in a year? And of course, as soon as we afford it, Hajj became fard on that person. And after this time, after the Hajj became fard on this person, and the person neglected to perform this fard of Islam, if the person would die without performing it, he's facing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while he's missing not one of the nafils, not one of the rewards, or he's having 10 rewards less than other people. This person is missing one of the pillars of Islam. He have neglected one of the fara'id of Islam. And therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us the importance of it. In Quran al-Kareem, He puts it so beautifully, there isn't any better way of emphasizing on the importance of Hajj, and we can never overemphasize the importance of it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way He puts it, is totally different than everything that I mentioned up to now. It's totally different. You look at the ayah of Quran, it's so strong, in such a unique way, He's telling us the importance of fard, that He have not told us the importance of other fara'id the way He told us the importance of Hajj in Quran al-Kareem. And sometimes you wonder why so much emphasis in Quran about Hajj, and the ayah is so strong about Hajj, and then you find the reason for it is what is going on with the ummah nowadays. Of course, Allah knew it, that people will perform the salah, they will pay the zakah, they will fast during the month of Ramadan, but then when it will come to Hajj, many of the people will neglect this fard of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, see how He puts it in Quran. وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجَّ الْبَيْتِ مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا. It is incumbent on people to perform the Hajj of Baytullah for the sake of Allah. مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا, for whoever can afford to go for Hajj. Then Allah continues to say, وَمَنْ كَفَرَ, and whoever is kafir, whoever disbelieves, then I don't need him. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ, then I don't need those people. He did not say whoever will not perform Hajj. See the way he's putting it. You're looking for a job, and you have been told, come for the interview 3 o'clock sharp. If you don't need the job, then that's up to you. Simple means they're telling you not coming 3 o'clock means you have lost the job. You don't need the job. Now the person might try to explain, no, I need the job, but I cannot make it 3 o'clock. That's the time of the interview. We have many candidates. We can't wait just for you. If you need the job, come 3 o'clock for the interview. And if you don't, the person is not telling, he's not saying that if you are late, then there's no. If you don't need the job, this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is how He's putting it. That perform the Hajj because it's fard on you, and then in the same ayah He continues to say, وَمَنْ كَفَرْ. And if you don't, but He's putting it in a way, وَمَنْ كَفَرْ, whoever disbelieves and does not believe in me, does not obey me, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ, I don't need you. And in such a strong way when He's putting the message, as if neglecting this fard will just push the person into the kufr wal-'iyadhu billah. No one is going to say that that person is kafir. Remember this. And no one believes that not performing the Hajj will make the person kafir wal-'iyadhu billah. But because of the importance of it and being one of the 5 pillars of Islam, there isn't anything more important in Islam than these 5 pillars of Islam. All the nawafil that we perform, all the charities that we give, and every optional reward, good deeds that we perform has nothing close to what these faraid of Islam stand for. And we don't get reward with all the good deeds of the life. All the good deeds of the life, remember this. All the nawafil of the life. And every optional good deed that we perform in our life, for our sake, for the sake of the people and whatever else, everything that we perform, they mean nothing if the faraid of Islam are not fulfilled. Of course, the reward is there. It's not that we are not getting any reward for them. But nothing equals to the reward of these faraid of Islam. And if the fard is not there, these nawafil and these good deeds will not be able to make up on the day of judgment for these hajj and for these other faraid of Islam. So this is one of the fara'id of Islam. It's not something optional. And at the same time, there is no age limit with it that we will do it only in the old age. Only after all of our children are married. Only once our business is established. No, it's one of the fara'id of Islam. Something that we have to do it. You have that amount and you can afford to spend this amount, that's it. Sharia says you have to go for Hajj. The thing is, Salah requires little time, which is still is little difficult for some people, but we try to do it. Most of us would try to perform it. Zakah, I can spend it while being at home. Sitting at home, I'll just give it out 2.5%, mashallah, I'll do it. Hajj requires leaving home, which becomes a little difficult for us. And as soon as we think about it, I'm going to leave my home for 10 days. I'll be out over there. I don't know anyone over there. I don't know what I will be doing there. And then people talking about the difficulties, about the hardships. Remember, with all of these hardships that we have nowadays, they are much less than what our forefathers had to go through for Hajj. Read the histories, you would see it. Much less than what other people before us had to go through. And I remember my own teacher who passed away, rahimahullah, he was mentioning that the time that they used to go for Hajj in 50s, it was people are performing the tawaf. And while they're performing tawaf, he's saying, we see people falling down one after another. One person falling. It's so hot. Water is not available. That people are, because of the heat, they have to perform the tawaf. They're anxious to perform the tawaf. They go and perform the tawaf and they're falling down one after another. and then people would try to